Whilst Christmas and the holidays are often full of lots of fun and spending time with the people we love, this can also be a really daunting gauntlet to navigate for people who are trying to conceive for lots of reasons. One is that it simply marks another rotation around the sun, which for some people will mean a time of reflection of the year just been, reflecting that they hope to be pregnant by now or hope to have their baby by now. For many, it will mean thinking about the losses that have happened in the past 12 months preceding. On top of that, you're also managing the invites to social events, perhaps less in COVID times, maybe. Being bombarded with images of families and babies in Santa hats, because again, we live in a world that places value on family, and especially at Christmas time. And of course, the well meaning questions from extended relatives about how your fertility journey is going and when are you guys having kids or when are you having the next kid. Um, it's very tempting sometimes to put your head in the sand until about mid January, and this can come with its own challenges. So, there might be some things that you could do to help yourself through this time. So, let's consider some of those. All right. So, firstly, it's sometimes helpful to prepare in advance for this. If you're in a relationship, talk to your partner about how you want to navigate this time of year and mutually agree on how much you're sharing and with whom. Remember that your fertility story is yours and you have permission to share as much information as you feel comfortable with. You may also prepare a stock standard statement for people who ask the uncomfortable question. How's your fertility going? When are you having kids? Your statement could be one that politely says, I don't want to talk about that here. And although I can't put words in your mouth, and it's best that you come up with a statement that feels right for you, it might be something along the lines of, we hope to start a family in the future, and gently shift the conversation to a more comfortable space. It's okay to say no to events too. There are lots of Christmas parties and catch-ups being planned, particularly now that we're, in theory, able to get together in some capacity outside of Zoom meetings. And it's okay to pick and choose the ones that feel doable and to decline some of the ones that might feel too confronting right now. A young woman that I've worked with previously had a code word between she and her partner. And if they were in an event and one of them wanted to head out because the baby chat had just got too much, they could use their code word and they knew that it was time to leave. I just love that. Of course, there might be key people in your world who you do want to open up to, and I'm highly encouraging of this. Infertility can be incredibly isolating. Sitting with intense emotions at this time of the year can feel really weighty. So have a think about your friends and your family and who you might feel safe sharing with. Give these people a heads up that actually you might be struggling at this time of year. It's amazing to have people in your corner who have your back at the Christmas events or just checking in with you from time to time. And like I said earlier, it's very tempting just to put your head in the sand and pop up in mid-Jan, but actually being around people that you enjoy the company of has lots of health benefits. Now, you might treat yourself, a bit of self-love here. And there are lots of occasions that are very family or child-oriented at this time of year. But you can choose some pampering sessions that are all about you or all about you and your partner, perhaps. Might be a day trip somewhere that you've always wanted to go, escaping the city to somewhere remote and beautiful, planning a nice meal, or very simply some self-compassion. Once again, checking in with what your needs are, and if there are a few even small changes you can make to your day to care for yourself. And of course, making room for your emotions again. Now, Christmas is a really emotional time, and all the emotions you feel, happiness, joy, sadness, grief, anger, frustration, they're all your emotions and they are all valid. And just because it's Christmas doesn't mean you have to be the happiest little Christmas elf on the planet. It's okay to recognize the other emotions too, the ones that are just as real and they don't always feel that pleasant. Sometimes by making room for them, sitting with them, tolerating them, knowing that it's okay that they're there, helps us move through them with greater ease than when we try and bury them or pretend that they're not really there or shouldn't be there at this time of year. And finally, Participate in activities that bring meaning for you. Christmas is a time of reflection, and it may be that you're still on your fertility journey, and perhaps next Christmas may look very different. But in the meantime, what's meaningful in your life now? What are some things that you can do that are in line with your values? The things that are important to you, the things that are helping you move towards those goals you have outside of fertility, the things that you choose to engage in.